For some time, the human race tried to reach for the sky, but it was the Wright brothers who brought this dream to reality. Although not the first into the air, they were the first to establish the principles of flight in the shape of wings. During the late 1800s, a race began, a race for the sky. The airship was the first powered craft to successfully take to the sky, and Graf von Zeppelin is regarded as the father and inventor of the airship. Von Zeppelin's success inspired many countries to develop airship technology. The military was also quick to see the merit in this form of flight, and the airship was extensively used in World War I. But their time was running out, as another historical advancement was already in motion, one that would end the brief reign of the airship. Over 100 years ago, on a windy sand dune on the North Carolina coastline, two bicycle repairmen altered the course of human history. They took to the air in a flying machine. Wilbur and Orville Wright, after years of designing and tinkering with gliders, placed a small engine aboard their fabricated plane and made the first powered flight. It was December the 17th, 1903, and the Wright brothers made 4 flights that day. Orville was first at the controls. The plane slid along a starting rail and then ascended into the air. That first flight lasted only 12 seconds, and Orville covered a mere 120 feet, but it was the first true powered flight of an aircraft. The second flight, with Wilbur at the controls, went only a little further. On the 4th attempt of the day, Wilbur skimmed the sand. A flight of 59 seconds and 852 feet was recorded. The Wright brothers were jubilant, but as they went off to their wooden shed to celebrate, a gust of wind caught the wing of their flyer and sent it end over end, finishing their attempts for the day. The Wright brothers were true inventors, true innovators, and true engineers. Methodical in their approach, they filled dozens of notebooks with mathematical calculations on the design of their flyer. It was the Wright brothers' painstaking process of trial and error that gave them the edge over competitors who were also vying for the skies. In the initial months after their first successful flight, Orville and Wilbur had a vague grasp of the scope of their achievements. They knew their invention was historic, but to a degree, even their vision was limited. However, one spectator of a flight of the Wright brothers saw an immediate need for the flying machine. During one of the Wright brothers' subsequent flights of their Kitty Hawk, a naval observer, Lieutenant George Sweet, commented, "The Navy must have that. It will be most important to us." With these words, Sweet basically instigated the joining of air power and naval power. Today, the Lockheed JSF is the shape of the modern carrier-based fighter plane. The Airbus 380 is the shape of today's civil aircraft, yet both of these craft rely on the very basic principles of flight that the Wright brothers established over 100 years ago.